order the appraisal, order the title work, and then discover they can't do the deal, right? And then we got a house that's over leveraged, so there's no value. If that same house came to the realtor, their response would be exactly the same. You ever seen Animal House when the guys went to join the fraternity and they moved them over into the geek section, you know? So it's kind of like that. Well, here, go talk to this new realtor that we just got. He'll handle your deal. So but what the opportunity is that when you've got second lien positions, they'll come off of it for 10 cents on the dollar, and a lot of times the first will come off. So what you do with mortgage brokers is a lot of them are holding incredible deals in their hand. They don't even know they're holding them, because it's your skill set that you get by coming to these meetings to be able to know to go to negotiate the second and the third and get a short sale on the first and put your deal together.
Also, they have people that are waiting to get into a home.
Absolutely.
Qualified and everything, just waiting for someone to work a good deal for them.
Yeah, the loan officer needs somebody where they'll pay the allowable closing costs. They'll help the people get into the house.
I got one of those.
All right, that's good. If we've got some time, we'll actually do like a have-want session so that you can, like, there's deals that'll go together out of this room. So, wholesalers, great resource for deals. So the wholesalers in this room, raise your hand again. Okay, so they're a great resource. Public adjusters, when you have a fire or something, you hire a public adjuster. The insurance company will hire a public adjuster, and a lot of times the owner hires a public adjuster. And public adjusters have got all kinds of deals. There's probably like about 168 public adjusters in the state of Michigan. You can go on michigan.gov and find out who they are. They know where there's lots of deals.
Insurance adjusters too. I've got a client that's all he does when the house has a little fire and they say they want to walk away from it. He's picked up many deals that way for $1,000. They just build it all as law.
Right, because what a public adjuster will do for the owner of the property is they'll get them a full settlement. So here the owner's got all their money for the house and enough money to go buy whatever they want, and they just want to get rid of the other property. So they'll take it off their hand for $1,000, or if you can develop a relationship, you can find some great buys. Real estate agents, and I'm saying real estate agents, you need to let them know that you buy houses for cash. With real estate agents, when I make investment offers, you can send, I used to send offers out. I would just go through the MLS and look for terms. And by terms, I would mean I would be looking for the comment section. Fixer-upper, tender loving care, probated estate, foreclosed, you know, handyman special. Look for those comments, and then what we would do is we would not do an offer. We'd just do a letter of intent that this offer it may seem low to you, but sometimes the seller's conditions dictate taking a lower price, and here's our offer, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, they would sometimes call back and say, you're crazy, you're nuts, I never do that. But then 4 months later, they do come back and say, okay, was that offer still good? Or it gives you an opportunity to say, do you have somebody in a situation that would work? And the realtors don't have the tools to be able to know how to negotiate a second off or do any of that. That's where, by coming to this kind of stuff you're coming to today, you get those tools to be able to do that. Traditional real estate, you list the house, and it's not anything to do with what we're doing here. So like they don't have the tools to get the house reduced. Owners of charities have great deals. All charities are motivated sellers. Have you ever met a charity that didn't need money immediately? All charities are getting offered properties. All charities are scared to death of property. Why are they scared to death of property? Because they have a board of directors, and the board of directors says this property has liability exposure. What if somebody gets hurt on it? What if this? What if that? What if there's an environmental problem? So there's a bureaucracy. So as you as an investor can go to them and say, if somebody's offering a property, I'm willing to buy it right on the spot. You can develop great relationships. I've taught a lot of seminars, and over the years I've had a lot of people in the seminars that have bought properties from charities and have relationship with charities. Anybody here bought from charities? Okay. Asset managers, tough to get to know. They're the guys that work for the mortgage companies that deal with REO agents. That's real estate owned, so they're looking for agents to list their properties. We've got a relationship with one of those asset managers. Auctioneers. With auctioneers, it's great to go to an auction. I got a postcard at home from national auctioneers, and they deal in a lot of lower end or tougher type investment type properties. And what you're looking for, you're going there, is there's cash buyers coming there who are investors that'll pay cash for a house. So, and they've got to put up an actual deposit to be a bidder. So it's an opportunity to really collect a list of great buyers, and it's also an opportunity to have all the people that are coming to an auction to look. And at auctions, when we put low-end houses on it and the bids came in low, what the auctioneer does, he goes back to all those people and tries to put deals together, so you can actually track the properties and go back to the owners afterwards, or go through the auctioneer. Contractors, all the contractors you work with are great resources. They're on the streets. If you can get signs on their trucks, if they're working on one of your properties, they get great deals all the time coming to them. BPO agents, that's broker's price opinion. Those are agents that work for the mortgage company, that the mortgage company, the property hasn't gone into foreclosure yet. The people are 60 days behind, or they're 90 days behind, or it has gone into foreclosure, but the mortgage company goes and hires a realtor to go look at the property to tell them, is it still occupied? What's the value of that property from a street drive-by? Shoot me a picture of it. They want to see that the house is occupied. They want to make sure the utilities aren't shut off. So the agents that actually go out and shoot those pictures are great people to get to know. Now, where would you find those agents? You would go to reonetwork.com, reonetwork.com, because that's where they put their resumes on to the asset managers that say, I do that kind of work. So you go to reonetwork.com, the city you want to find, you put the city in, and you hit the button, and it pops up with a list of all the agents there that are willing to do BPOs or REOs. So that's where you find your REO and BPO agents. So a lot of times you're getting the information before, if you can develop a relationship. But sometimes the mortgage company's sending the agent out to get cash for keys. So it's a great place to find stuff. I've got a baker that's got my signs up in his bakery that works good. Jail we talked about. The MLS we talked about a little bit. That's a great place. If anybody went to Robin Thompson's seminar, how many people went to Robin Thompson's seminar? That's all her whole seminar is about, is using REO agents to get you great deals on real estate. And what you got to get inside, we should talk just a minute about this. People have come to me and said, well, I'm calling the REO agent, he won't call me back. That's because they've got lots of properties they're juggling, and they've got all their own buddies that they're selling the houses to, and they actually get to see the houses. So the plum deals, they've got their own set of cash buyers. Now, why would they take those to their cash buyers? Because they're getting 100% of the commission. So you always want to deal, when you're dealing with an REO agent, you want to deal direct with that REO agent. You don't want to bring your realtor in to do it, because if the deal going together is going to be a whole lot less likely. So REO agents are great. It's a matter of, going to meet with them. They're hard to get hold of. Find out when they're in their office and haul in the donuts, sit down and say, look, I'm for real. I understand that when I make an offer, I need to go through with it. They hate new investors. They get 1,000 investor calls from investors that don't know what they're doing, that aren't serious, that aren't qualified. So what they're looking for is to know that they've got somebody that's really going to go through with the deal. Department of Natural Resources, we talked about that. That's the DNR. Tax sales, we talked about that. Sheriff sales, that's foreclosures. I think I'll get into that after lunch so we can just spend a little bit more time on it. The IRS, if you go to an IRS agent or a collection office, a revenue office where the revenue officers are, there's postings of IRS seizures there. So you can go on and get their listings of properties that they've seized that are going up to auction. Forfeitures, we talked about that. That's where you've got land contracts in the state of Michigan. Probate we talked about. Demo list we talked about. There's a pre-foreclosure list. If you're chasing people that are going into foreclosure, you can actually get that list off our website. Either website up there will give it to you. We work with Default Research, which actually gives you the name of the people that are in foreclosure, where they live, and their phone number. Freedom of Information Act, we talked about how to use that. Landlord list, Freedom of Information again. HUD and VA, all I want to say on that is that it's very difficult to get a great buy. But there's tons of investors that beat a path to that. Is anybody doing HUD or VA right now? It's tough because it's geared for home ownership. FSBOs, for sale by owner. I have not had great success with that. I don't know if anybody has, but I have not. Expired listings are good because in a lot of cases realtors aren't straight with people. People say, I want to sell my house for $150,000. The house should be listed for $40,000. And you know, then they get upset with the realtor and the listing gets expired and they don't do a good job with them. So, and you can, vacant homes, we talked about that. The unemployment office, email broadcast we talked about, and I can't even read it, reonetwork.com. So that's a great place to find deals, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you're gonna, as you get into this business, you're gonna find more and more sources every day. So do you see that it's like a wide range of people you can go to, okay? So what time is it right now? It's about, yeah, so because there's some people that have to leave after lunch, so I promised that I would talk a moment about the mentoring program. Are you guys okay if I do that now? Because some people had some questions about it. So the mentoring program that we do is a one-year mentoring program. And the people that are in that program, raise your hands again. So these are all people that you can talk to at your lunch break or talk to later and get what their opinions is about the program. And it is a program designed for people who want to get on the court. This is not a program designed if you want to get knowledge and learn about real estate and but not get on the court, like you're just gathering information. Go to the seminars, go to the RIA meetings, come to seminars like this. This is a program that's designed for, you know, like it's like the craftsman. He shows you how to do something, and then he has you go do it. And it's about being on the court and getting the results. It's about leading you through, like, anybody tell you that this business doesn't have risk or doesn't have landmines in it? It does. Because you know, that's the guy that wakes up one day and says, I can do 80 homes. You know, there's landmines there. So what this course is designed to do is not to remove that risk, but it is designed to walk through that landmine with you, with people that have been through that landmine in the past, and to give you the tools, the knowledge, the specialized knowledge that you need to do, like when you need to do a deed off. You know, how do you actually do that deed off and take control of the property and not put yourself in a liability situation? So my whole program is designed around not putting yourself in a liability situation. It's designed on coaching you through those situations. It includes, the cost of it is right now $4,500, and there's a payment, if you want a payment plan, it's $5,000 and it's $500 a month. And it consists of probably, if you got a flyer on it anywhere, there's around 100 hours of coaching. We put on there 50, but I recalculated what it really comes to and the length of the things and the special meetings. So it's when you leave for lunch, they'll have flyers in the back that talk about all the different benefits to it. We don't have them. And I guess maybe one of the easiest ways to do it is like maybe to ask some of the people that have been in the program to like, you want to give me one so I can just. So they get first cracks at the properties that we're out chasing. It's over 72 hours of coaching. It's a one-year membership into the RIA group that meets the third Thursday of every month. And then that includes 10 workshops, and then it includes probably another 7 or 8 workshops where national speakers come in and speak, like when the gentleman comes next week.